So
Yeah.
yeah, the thing with the Facebook shops, are you guys doing it or no?
No, I was super interested to hear. So I know, like the way our product works is it's like one SKU, but it's like customizable. We have like, different permutations, probably like dozens of different permutations. So I was wondering how you guys got around that. Did you break products into like individual SKUs and then put it on there? Because the way we kind of have it set up is like you can either pick coffee, like whole bean, ground, or pods, and then you can pick like light, medium, dark, extra dark. And then if you pick like coffee beans or coffee grounds, you can have it ground for French press, espresso, drip,
Oh my
blah
God.
blah blah. So and then you
Wow.
can also get like, delivered every
Whose
two, 4,
idea
six
was
weeks.
that? That's too much anyway. They should do away with all that. That's
It actually
crazy.
no, it actually we tested that and it increased our conversion rate by like 30% on the site. So
Really? Oh
yeah,
my God. Just
yeah.
Yeah,
logistically speaking, like I can't imagine how many people get like the wrong thing, like, or I just couldn't imagine the logistics of that. Do you guys fulfill
Yeah.
your own orders?
Yeah, we have like I said, we have an engineer who we have a really insane setup. It's like a 50 person team, like a warehouse, um, an engineer who's like developed this whole system.
So
Uh,
crazy.
yeah. So
That sounds
how
really
do we
hard.
on shops?
I mean, I
yeah. I
would
mean,
say simplify it for Facebook shops. Like, even if you get anything through there, you don't have to be exactly your website 2.0 on there. Like, you can get simplified on there and just offer your 10 best-selling versions of it. You know what I mean? As individual SKUs. And if they want more than that, they can go to your website. But I mean, it's better to capture something on there than nothing. I wouldn't make it super complicated. Like, I do think like there's something to be said about just simple, keeping it so simple in there. Um, but yeah, you could do it as variants. Like if you do it by bean size, like this is our whole bean kit, this is our ground bean kit, this is it. And then under each of those, if one variant of something else beyond that, how do you want to ground first, but whatever. You could do it that way, but I wouldn't make it
I don't
super.
think I don't think it'll do that. Genuinely, that's the problem that we're having too, right? Is that so it's color, um, bolt, no bolt, text if you're adding text to it, and basically after color, that's it. Like it's cut
Yeah,
off.
you could do
So
one
yeah,
type of variant.
yeah, and so you're kind of. I mean, it's like I, I think I shared on the last call. I basically have a flow set up now for anything that comes through tagged as a Facebook order for a specific SKU to immediately send back out an email and say, hey, thank you for your order. We appreciate it. There's an integration issue between the two of our companies. Here's the information I need from you. It's basically these three pieces, and just reply back, and we'll get you into production.
How's that work for
But
you so far? Like, what's
it's
the response
okay.
rate?
It's fine. The response rate's 100% because they've already paid. So like they're definitely gonna respond, right? But the issue that I have with it is I wonder how many people bail out because they see like, well, I can't pick any of the other things that are really attractive to me about this product on this interface, and so either they abandon completely and go on to the next cat video or whatever they're looking at, or maybe they come over to our site. But my sense is probably the vast majority will just abandon the process.
The way we
And
do a
so,
lot of it is we drive directly to the product like that we're
mm,
offering in the ad. So we do a lot of that. Like not just sending them just the shop's destination. On some of these
yeah,
ads, I'm sending them to the product, which you can do. Um, and that makes it a
yeah,
little bit simpler. But I would say like just, you know, like you said, like maybe just put the simple shit in there. Like you don't have to have every single product in there. It's about like that first capture, that getting that customer to buy from you. Because the great thing about Facebook, which if they ever change this, I'll be mortified, but they give you the people's email address. So there's always an upsell opportunity after that. So it's sort of this simple front end capture of like, don't make it so complicated that they dive out. Just like put your simple shit on there. What can you put on there that you're advertising to that keeps it really simple inside Facebook shops? And then you can drive them to the more complicated products as they enter the funnel, and you can maybe email them about that. Um,
so
but yeah, I
my
think you're
my
right. If it gets too like crazy in there, I think they will jump
just
out.
leave. Yeah. So my thought is twofold. Like one, I'm guessing that Shopify and Facebook are both aware of the situation. So hopefully their engineering teams are starting to work towards some sort of progress for for a fix. But in the meantime, I'm using Data Feed Watch, and I'm curating a specific, it's a total pain manual process feed for Facebook Shops to come out of Data Feed Watch over there that has basically all of those variants almost grouped together so that you can capture the vast majority of the information you need. It still doesn't do anything for our custom text and things of that nature, but at least it'll capture that portion of the market that's leaving that, basically doesn't see how they can possibly fulfill what they think they want to buy on the Facebook interface. And hopefully in between, whatever number of months that takes for them to solve this, and Data Feed Watch will at least reduce and capture some of that traffic. But I don't think you can do it without a specific feed to Facebook that's designed to accommodate that.
Yeah, it's really interesting that they've rolled it out so half-ass. It's like not
really
even
is.
hard to think about some of this stuff. Like you can't add more than one thing to your cart if you're on a desktop. That drives me so, I'm like, that is not hard to fix. Like just fix it. Why is this not being resolved? You guys can make so much more money if you do this correctly. Like where are they putting their time and effort? Because it should, it will eventually click to them that this is it. It
They're
has
probably
to.
just
They're-
rolling it out first time for probably, Shopify owners with multiple SKUs, and then testing it, then moving to, more complicated products like subscriptions, I would assume.
Yeah.
I have to imagine all those subscription apps, Shopify and Facebook are all kind of looking, going like, okay, this can't continue to be the case. So hopefully it gets addressed. But I don't know. I think generally your idea is a good one too, which is maybe don't send them through shops at all for certain products, right? And just bring them over to the site for things that are heavily customized.
Yeah, like you just have to keep it so simple in there now, just because they're so simple with it right now that it's like, I'm just trying my best not to overthink anything and just being like, if we can make it work for Facebook Shops, we'll put it on there. And why not just try it? Because I do think that there's going to be preferential treatment. Why wouldn't there be? Do you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't there be? If as a business owner, I know if I'm going to get a cut of it, I'm going to push it harder.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I mean, it is just trying to get in on it early, because I think that the more signal you can keep in there too is always good too. So just try it with some simple shit. I saw your little smiley face handbars. They could go on there really easily.
Yeah, I did do some from our creative meeting yesterday. I did do some edits there. So I ran this is the first time I've actually ever done this, a full-on A/B test against an existing ad to see if it'll pull out any better. So we'll see. I like the idea.
Yeah, let us know.
I appreciate, if nothing else, that Matthew was like, it doesn't have to be ugly. You should make it pretty. I'm like, cool. That's what I was looking for.
I know. I always wonder what they mean by ugly. Like, how ugly do they mean? Like, what does that mean?
Pretty ugly.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff, but you know what? Sometimes the ugly stuff does make me stop. If somebody's got a terrible manicure, like I stop every time. I'm like, why would they do this? I never want to buy it because it skeeves me out. I'm not like, oh, now I want to buy that thing. I'm like, ew, that's so gross. But yeah, so interesting on the Facebook Shops.